What's up guys, my name is Devin, also known as FBE, and welcome back to another episode of Footballrs. In today's video, we're going to be unboxing the brand new Under Armour Blur Smoke football cleats. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so here are the cleats right here. It is your typical black and white Under Armour box. We'll go through that shortly. Under Armour logo on the top, UA on the back, and the important part, this is what we're taking a look at today, the Under Armour Blur Smoke 2.0, and these are the MC molded cleat, limited edition in an 8.5. Let's take a look. First thing we have is this little card, which we're going to talk about a little bit more. These cleats have a QR code. We'll cover that in a bit, but here they are. Check these out, guys. So we did see these cleats a little bit earlier in the season. Justin Jefferson had some special PEs made up for him, and we got our hands on them before Jay Jettas even did. And so if you guys didn't see that video, not sure what you're doing. Check these out. These are unique. These are a new speed cleat from Under Armour. Let me get the other one out of the box, shut the box up, and see what's going on. All right, guys, let's get into it. In this unboxing part of the video, we're just gonna kind of briefly go over all the different aspects that we see on the cleat, just kind of give you guys my first impressions. And then later down the line, we're gonna release a full review video on these football cleats. First, let me get these papers out, and now we're ready to get into it. First thing that you really notice about these cleats is this kind of like fin design, I almost want to call it, on the heel of the cleat. It's kind of like a soft, ridged material, and then you have like kind of a little wing up here. Tony said it kind of reminds him of Batman, and I honestly kind of like the comparison. On the collar, we do have some sort of knit material. I believe this might be their thread lock. Not 100% sure. For the review, we will kind of clarify all the little details for you guys. And then the rest of the upper is like a synthetic, smooth, rubbery, plasticky material almost. I'm not really sure what it's called. So this specific colorway right here is their World Tour edition, and it comes complete with this QR code. And let me show you guys how cool this is. You're going to scan it with your little Photos app, click it, and it takes you to a Spotify playlist with some heaters for all you football guys out there. A lot of bangers on here, so that's really cool. Then the actual design of the cleat is really cool as well. You've got the black in the back, kind of a purplish tint with a white up here, a nice pink football logo, an Under Armour logo here with kind of this greenish outer ring. What does it say? Under Armour World Tour. And then you do have the QR code, which we just showed you guys, this nice teal. You got some nice black and purple laces. Those look really good. And then this really cool holographic Under Armour logo on the heel. And then lastly, on the bottom, the traction plate has all sorts of cool details going on throughout it. Really, really cool pair of cleats. Last but not least, we do have the insole. Let me show you guys that really quick. This is really cool. So I think these are all the stops on the Under Armour World Tour. So you got Miami, Atlanta, Los Angeles, Dallas, Columbus, Baltimore, and Salt Lake City, and then a cool little graphic there at the bottom. And by the way, Under Armour insoles, one of my favorite. You guys know that. They've got a lot of spring, a lot of foam. They feel really good under your feet, and they look good. Next thing I want to talk about is the traction plate, and this is the same traction plate that has been on the other Blur Smoke. This is the last model right here. You guys remember the UA Racing collab they did, and then this is the same plate. One thing I've always noticed about these plates is that these studs aren't really plastic. They're more of a rubber, and if you guys look really close, if you guys can see it, you can kind of move them, which is good and bad because you kind of feel them moving when you don't want them to move, but then it's also nice to have that the cleat kind of adapt to the ground as you make your cuts. So I'm kind of mixed feelings on how that feels. But just the cleat itself, it feels like it's going to be a very lightweight cleat. Can't wait to weigh these in the official review. Stay tuned for that. And it looks like it's going to fit pretty comfortable. This cuff looks like it's going to wrap around your heel nicely. One thing I do love is the double heel loop, so you can really stretch this out and get your foot in there. Lots of padding in the heel, which we always love to see on these skill cleats. A lot of the time, skill cleats kind of just don't really have a lot of padding, and that results in a lot of heel blisters and just a lot of discomfort. But overall, this one looks really well done, really well thought out. I really love this holographic Under Armour logo. Really cool. Just looking through the cleats some more, the laces, big fan of these. They don't stretch like some past Under Armour models, which is good. I felt like those were just tough to lace up. These tongues seem to be pretty breathable. It's just a thin mesh. It's kind of tough to see with all this stuff going on here, but it's a thinner mesh material, so your foot should breathe really easy. Your foot's not going to get any air through this part right here because there's no holes, and it's just a solid TPU or plastic, whatever it's called. Also, there's a little barcode in there too. And then this says first down digital audio. That's unique. World Tour with like 3 worlds and then more Under Armour graphics. Just seeing if there's any unique details other than that. Oh yeah, and I wanted to show you guys this little card that came with it, kind of telling you about their Get Hype playlist that they've got on these cleats. So some other models have it on the heel tab, that's the spotlight, and then this one obviously has it right there on the tongue. Super pumped to try these out. Obviously, Justin Jefferson wore them pretty much all season. At the start of the season, they were just kind of a prototype. Nobody really knew what they were, but as time went on, we finally unveiled that these are the new clone Blurs. If I had to predict, I think these are going to be one of the better skill position cleats on the market. They're lightweight, they feel pretty good. I am curious to see kind of how this weight in the back feels because it is kind of a thicker material, but the upper is incredibly thin. Also, this colorway is really dope. You've got the purple, the pink, the World Tour stuff, the playlist on the tongue, dude, that's an unreal. Then you got the holographic detail and an unbelievable looking traction plate. but can't wait to see how these cleats perform. So stay tuned for the full review. Boom. There you guys have it. There's my unboxing and first impression of the brand new Under Armour Blur Smoke football cleats. Stay tuned for the full review in about a week or so. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, like this video, comment what you guys want to see from us in the future, and subscribe for more videos just like this one. My name is Devin, also known as FBE, and thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode of Footballrs.